Okay, so I want to congratulate everyone on May. It was a huge month, especially right at the end. Everyone was like maintaining rank, like even if you didn't hit a rank or maintain a rank, I feel like everyone was just collectively like pushing last month. And whether you had like personal stuff going on or whatever, I feel like we had our biggest month in our whole team. Like we did 38, almost $39,000 as a team, which is huge, like absolutely huge. Like I have women messaging me, like our leaders being like, dude, what are you doing? What's your team doing? Because you guys are on fire. And I'm like, I just have like my girls are hard workers, So um and you guys just show up every day and are consistent and things like that. So I want to just quickly shout out Michelle for hitting MMB. Like so amazing. And then Sarah and Jazzy, her girls that got her there. Like, guys, when I say you don't need a big team, like to hit these milestones, like I had about 40 market partners before I hit MMB. So like all you need
Wow.
is like a few people who are just like see the vision and absolutely go for it. So don't feel like you're like, feel like you're not a good leader because you don't have, you only have a small team or whatever. It's those people. It's like the value and the quality of those people. So Jazzy, like congratulations on AMB, Sarah, MMP, Eliza, AMB, and Mon, who is not on here, but she got MB as well. So there are so many rank ups this month and the month before as well was like actually insane. So and everyone just like maintaining their rank as well. Maintaining is so important because it literally gives you that, what's the word? It's like you get that grit, you get that tenacity, you get that it's repetition of like holding that rank, maintaining that rank. I had to maintain MMB for 6 months, so much longer than a lot of people maintain MMB because they rank up, and I was just maintaining it, like maintaining every month. That was just my goal. I wanted to hit AMM, but I had to maintain. And the thing that it taught me in those 6 months, when you are maintaining, you are literally, you're learning and you're growing. Well done, babe. You're learning and you're growing and you're learning leadership at those ranks, right? So like say you just hit MMP, you have two girls under you, like so to maintain that means that you are being a leader every month, that you are, constantly, and even if those girls aren't doing anything, you are being a leader because you're setting up your foundations. You've just hit your first rank, whether it's your first, second, third. You are continuously showing up. You're maintaining that rank is something that you grow into. Like when I hit MMB, I was not ready for AMM for a really long time. And so where you're at is where you're meant to be at. Don't get confused and think like I'm meant to be, like I'm if you guys know me, I'm such a high achiever and I am very hard on myself. When I was MMB, I was like, I'm meant to be MM. Like I'm meant to be MM by now. You learn so much at the rank that you're at. You learn so much about leadership. You learn so much about yourself. And it's exactly where you're meant to be. So the more that you keep pushing for that next rank as well is actually preparing you for that next rank. So say there are a few times where I was like, okay, I want to try and hit AMM, but I actually needed to dig deep within myself to even be able to be ready for AMM. And then when I finally hit it, I was like, I'm ready now. Like I'm ready to actually do this and step up. And I wasn't ready months before. So maintaining is super important. But seriously, congratulations to you guys who ranked up. I'm so proud of this team. I literally can't like say it enough because um I when I started this business, all I wanted was a community of women. Like I wanted to make money, of course, but I really wanted to create a community of amazing women who just Like I saw what the girls in the States had, and I was like, and they're so close and they encourage each other and they do this and they do that. And I remember being in my chat, being like having like 3 people and none of them would reply to me. And I was like, I don't know if we're ever going to get here. And so seeing what this has like flourished into is just like beyond words for me and just so beautiful. So you guys know how much I appreciate and love you guys. Okay, so let's get into the month of June. Some of you guys may not like be up to date. Most of you would be. But we've got like some exciting things happening in June. Tomorrow morning we have a huge announcement happening, like the biggest announcement in Monat. They sometimes can tend to like hype things up, but I think that this is going to be a really, really big thing. I have a feeling that it's going to be founders. If you're new and don't know what founders means, it means that when we open up in a new country, what they do is any market partner that you bring on as a sponsor, you then, if that person makes in 1 year's time, that person then gets, it's not actual shares, but you get a percentage of what that country has made every year. And so then you get a quarterly payment from the company on depending on, you know, like how much they've made and stuff. So we have a few girls that have gotten in on New Zealand founders. And then as a sponsor, as their market partner, it means that you actually get that as well. So when founders opens up, it's a really big deal because say for example, it might not, but say if it opens up in Asia and we know people in like the Asia Pacific, we bring them on and you have an absolute runner, or you bring on a couple of girls and they all hit within a year, which is like incredibly achievable. Like so many women have done that. You then get also the shares as much as they get as well. So it's really huge, and that's a lifetime payment. For example, there is a girl who was in the States. She got to, I think she got to MMM or director. She was a founder, and she actually passed away, I think, a year or 2 ago from cancer. And her family is now completely set up because she's getting founder shares every quarterly payment. Her family gets this payment from Monat for the rest of their lives. So like, so super upsetting, obviously, that she passed away, but like such a blessing to her family. And that's like literally a lifetime of payments that Monat is taking care of their family. So I have a feeling that it will be founders, but I actually have no idea. No one will tell me anything. So that's on tomorrow at, I think, 9 a.m. The call is on. I'm not actually able to get on it because I'll be working my other job, but as soon as I know, because I'll be on the chat, I will let you guys know who can't get on and everything like that as well. So MMP, for anyone that is trying to hit MMP, we have the double bonuses. Now that is till the 16th. So it's the 3rd today. So it's pretty much 2 weeks to be able to get to MMP. Now, I know girls that can get to MMP within like a day. They call on their friends and their family and they sign their sister up. You need pretty much 6 to 7 people. You need 2 people to join the business, and then you need about 4 to 5 market partners. You get a rank up at the moment. The double bonus is $280 that you just get as your rank up bonus. It's normally $140. So to put it in perspective, I'm just trying to think. I think everyone here except 2 girls, but this is important for all you guys because you guys are leaders and you guys are going to tell your girls about this as well. You need to understand MMP is obviously the first rank. It's the most important rank. It's like where you're stepping up and you're being a leader, but also this is when you get like your first big, awesome pay. You know, like if you've signed up for VIPs, you're getting like the commissions off that. You've then built a block, which is $210. With your market partner, you get a VIP acquisition bonus, which is $85. Pardon me. And then you get your rank up bonus. So, you know, you're getting like a good, I don't know, $500 in your first month. and that's not commissions as well. You also get a product pack bonus. So every market partner that joins up with a product pack, you get a bonus for that as well. So most of you guys know that and are aware of that, but we want to be focusing this month on MMPs, building your girls up to MMPs. If you haven't hit MMP, you should be running for MMP. It is so important. And it's like the best rank ever, because it really gives you, like, Sarah can testify for this, it like literally sets a fire in your soul, and you're just like, I'm going, like, I'm doing this, I'm taking this business seriously. And then you start to see like the money come in. You start to see, like, you know, the community. You start to build your own community. It's such a powerful and important and pivotal rank. So if you've hit MMP, maintain that, keep going, but encourage your girls now to do that. Get on a call with them, tell them, break it down for them, how much money they can make in their first month. So that's really important. And then we also have MMB. So there is a thing going for MMB. Now, I have so many girls that are running for MMB this month, which is amazing. You get a free iPad, which I'm like, why didn't I get a free iPad? I was so off it. I was like, I got nothing for MMB. Like, did I say? Yeah, MMB. And I was like, what? I want a free iPad. Can I go back and get my free iPad? But anyway, that's huge as well. Now, I am going to be doing MMP challenge and an MMB challenge as well. So you guys are going to get prizes for that. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I want to give you guys. So there's running for that. So MMP and MMB, giving that away. And I'm probably going to do like an active challenge as well. Now, for you guys, you want to try and be active, like your 200 PB active by, like, if you're really going this month, by like the 7th of this month. So what that means is you want to be, your market partner, you could be signing up a market partner. You could be getting some VIPs. What you can be doing at the start of the month is going through on your back office as well. You can see everyone who's got a flagship coming up, not just this week, but for the whole month. That's your chance to check in, see what they need, see whether they're loving the products, just checking in with them, seeing how like everything is for them. That's a really good way as well to build that volume, to get active. And then also getting in, being with your team, encouraging them, getting them on calls, get them on a training, but get them on, like showing up on their stories and showing up to talk about the products, talk about the business, because at the end of the day, we can come on our stories and, on our Instagram and social media and stuff like that, and we can post all the, what are they called, graphics that we want. But if we're not actually showing up and telling people why we want to do this business, why it's important to us, and what our vision is, like I speak about this all the time, you have to have a vision of where you want this to go, of where you want this business, because it can literally give you everything that you dream of. But you have to show up. You've got to do the work at the end of the day. And what that means is getting a little bit uncomfortable, showing on your stories and being like, I joined this business because blah, blah, blah. I love this. For me, I joined this business because I needed $50 extra a week. I joined this business because I had completely lost myself in motherhood and I needed something for me. And it has given me all of that plus more. So it's just like, you've got to talk about it. You've got to talk about, show you using the products. I know there's a couple girls on here who probably haven't been using the products for very long. Just show your journey. It's so simple. Like, you can have the crappiest hair ever, but we've all joined this business because we want better hair. So show people that journey. Show people, like, people think that you have to jump on and be like, have the best hair ever because you're promoting hair products. No, you literally join this business because you want to get better hair. Show people that journey. Show people you using the products and that sort of thing. So anyway, I could just keep going forever. Okay, the product of the month is the Bakuchiol. I can't pronounce it. I can never pronounce it. It's our retinol serum. So it's down to $100, I believe. 200 PV. That's a really, really good way to build your volume, to get people buying the products and trying the products. It's our vegan retinol. So if you don't have it, you can talk about it. You can say, you know, that you might be getting it or whatever, or just post about it, post like, you know, what it does and all that sort of thing. So that's another good way. Always like leverage on your product of the month as well, because it's a higher PV. Okay, so has anyone used it and what's your feedback? I can't wait to try it. I have not used it, which is weird because I love retinol. I just haven't got my hands on it yet, but I have heard it's really amazing and it's quite strong for a plant. Bakuchiol. Yeah. But no, I haven't used it. Okay, so I want you to type in the chat, what are you going for this month? What is your goal? What is like, what's the rank that you're going for? Are you maintaining? Are you finishing in a neighborhood? Are you finishing a block? Like, even if you're completely brand new, what are you going for? I can't even see the chat. Oh, there we go. Okay. MMB. Yeah, awesome. Maintaining MMB and get my girls there too. Amazing. Okay, good. So girls who are running for MMP, let's start with that. All you need to do is 2 + 4. You need to sign 2 people up to the business. I signed up my sister as one, and I signed up one of my friends as the other. And you know, like, we love the product. So obviously, like, maintaining AMB, sis, you're going to be MB. What are you talking about? Maintaining. Eliza, you're on fire. You're not the type of girl that plays small. You are going MB, okay? Okay, so all you girls in here should be like trying to rank up. Like, every single one of you, it is so achievable. Like, Michelle maintaining MMB, yes, that's a really good goal as well. But you other girls, you can 100% rank up. Like, this month is going to be really, really big. So MMP, 2 + 4, like, start talking about the hair products, that sort of thing. I will send through some MMP trainings that we've got, but you just need to be consistent. Like, people ask me like what the secret is to how I've been so successful. I literally have not missed a fucking day. Like, I have shown up every single day on my stories. I've posted something on my stories. I have had a call for action. I have, even on days where I feel like I can't show up and I can't show my face, I have shown up for my business. I have posted something. I have taken someone else's, you know, I've borrowed someone else's, you know, vision and dream and things like that. I think you have to be 18, my love, Danielle. I think you have to be 18 to join up, because it's like, I think you've got to have like your own. Actually, I'm not sure. I will check that for you. I am 90% sure it's 18, but I'll double check that for you. Okay, so MMB, you guys need to have a plan. So when you need to make sure that you have your 2 girls. If you're calling in your girls, that is your main, that's your main goal this month, to recruit. So you just want to recruit people. You just want to be talking about the business. You want to talk about the car. You want to talk about the incentives. Like, break it up every day. One day, car and do a reel, or share other people's stories about the reel, about the car. Talk about the incentives another day. Talk about your why another day. Talk about the $1 Million Club another day. There are so many things that you can talk about in this business to get people, because you're not like sharing your why. You might not get the people who are like super emotional. You're going to be talking to people who are like, I need a new car. Like, me and my husband share one car. Talk about the car program. There's a really good training called, what's Ivy's training called? I think it's called It's in the Pretty Gangster Facebook. I think it's called Bloom. Let me just check. Bloom Society. That's what it's called. And oh no, maybe it's not. Anyway, I'll find what it is and I'll put it in the chat. It is a really, really good way to talk about something every single day. When I talked about the car, I got way more of a response than what I thought I would, because I was just like, you know, the car wasn't important to me, but I was like, I'm getting the car. Like, I went in to a dealership. I asked if I could see the Land Rovers. I sat in that car and I took videos of myself, and I was like, I'm making the car rank. I'm going to be sitting in this car. And people thought I was nuts. But people were like, well, people want to follow people who are going somewhere. So share your vision, share where you think that you're going to go and who you are. If you have an issue with that, if you have an issue with talking about how successful you want to be, that's an identity issue. That's got nothing to do with other people. It's got to do with what you think that people are going to think of you. So if that's you, come to me, we'll work through that. Like, let's work through that together, because there should be no shame in saying and calling out what you want in your life and your vision and your dream. Like, if you're feeling self-conscious about that, then you need to like stop caring about what other people think. And also you need to actually start believing in yourself, because a lot of the time we want things, but we think that we can't achieve it because we don't think that we're worthy, or we don't think that we're capable, or we don't think that we're smart enough, or all these sorts of things. I tell you what, every single girl on this meeting is worthy of all of that and can achieve all of that. So you guys just need to see yourself doing that. And I have had to have so many I've had to have chats with my upline and be like, I can see so many other women being leaders in this business, but I can't see myself. Why is that? And it all comes down to a self-worth issue. So like, I am willing to unpack that with you guys, but people want to go places with people who are going places. Oh my gosh, I think I finally got that right. I've never been able to say that right. I think I've got it. But it's so true. So you have to share your vision. You have to share your why. You have to share what you want in this business and where you're going, because people will follow that. And people will look at you, even if you're not even close there yet. People are going to look at you and be like, well, she's not there yet. But if someone like her can believe in herself or not enough, or like if someone like her can come from wherever she's come from and she's believing bigger, then like, why can't I? Like, that was huge for me. I looked at someone else and I went, she's got 5 kids. She sits at, like, she homeschools all of them. She works from home. She's driving a Land Rover. I'm like, why can't I do that? I borrowed someone else's dream for a really long time until it became my own. I was looking at women who are in the $1 Million Club. Until I believed that I could be in that $1 Million Club, I was just borrowing their vision for a long time. So if you don't know what it is, get really clear on what your vision is. I literally haven't even got through like the first quarter of my notes. I can't shut up. Okay. So the MMB girls, you need to figure out who your women are that you want to get there. So you need 2 MMPs. You need to show them how easy it can be to get to MMP. You need to figure out what you did to get to MMP, and you need to teach that. The only thing that you need to do is teach women how to do exactly what you've done. Because the girls who are running for MMB have already hit MMP. You just need to tell people how to hit MMP. And if you're like, I'm not sure, I forgot. Because for me, MMP was like, I did it within like, I think like 5 days or something. And I was like, I don't even remember. Consistency, showing up, showing them what's possible. Caitlin sat down with me and told me exactly how much I could make. And I was like, I want $500. She's like, sweet, we can get you $500. This is what you need to do. You need to show up on your stories. You need to talk to everyone that is talking to you. And you need to start conversations and all that sort of thing. So write down exactly who your MMPs are. If you've only got one, focus on that, and then focus on recruiting. Your VIPs will come, like your volume will build, but the most important thing for MMB is you have to have those 2 MMPs, because then when you have those 2 MMPs and they're working, that volume that you're going to get is going to build. because the MMB volume, I believe, is 5,000 GB. Now, it sounds huge, but when you've got 2 people or 3 people under you who are buying the products or are signing up VIPs, it goes so fast. It really does. It builds faster than you could think. So map it out. MMB, you need 2 MMPs. You need to make sure that you've got those girls, and you need to rank, map out everything else. If you don't know how to do that, let me know, and I'll schedule in a 15-minute call with you, and we will sit down and we will break it down and go through like our rank map, and that sort of thing. So I truly believe that you guys are, like, so many of you this month are going to just like absolutely blow it out of the water. I just know that. Okay, so strategies here. So I did a what's it called? Perfect 10 training. It was amazing. Like, if you guys should be trying to get perfect 10 100%. So you need 10 market partners, which sounds like a lot, I know, but it's not. 10 market partners. This is it's going till Jan. So like, you have all this time, but I want some of my girls in there like ASAP with me, because the training is amazing. Like Eric Worre, I've listened to a lot of his other trainings, but this one is really, really good. So make that one of your goals, perfect 10. So we're on there. We have like some really, really good training. And so we're talking about like different strategies and stuff like that, what it is. So if you guys haven't recorded an op call, either by yourself or with someone else, with me or your upline, you need to do that. You need to record an op call, keep it like 10 minutes, and like try and keep it less than 10 minutes. Mine went for 35 minutes, and I look at it now and I'm like, I wouldn't watch that. Like, I need to like, do another one that's 10 minutes under. And what you're doing is you're pretty much sharing your story. You're telling people who the business is and the company. I will send through, I'm telling you guys that I'm going to send through all this stuff and I'll forget. I will send you through a list of questions. Now, if you guys want to do that with me or your upline, reach out, record an op call, because you want to be sending that out to as many people as possible. You want to be asking people, hey, you seem like the type of person that is, you're really great on social media or this or that. Can I talk to you about an opportunity? You can literally be reaching out to people with as simple as something like that. Anyone who, if you're having call to action on your stories every day, regardless if it's VIP focused or market partner focused, or anyone who doesn't know what call to action means, it means that when you upload a story, you've got either like something that people can click or enter in a poll, a question box, a sticker, anything like that people can interact with, so you know who's actually kind of interested. So you want to do that. All the people that you have, anyone that interacts with you, write it down, have a list, send it to those people. You want to be doing this. Now, if you can get you plus your girls to send out a call or send out an opportunity or a third party something, can you imagine how many people you would have like having that little seed dropped in their mind? They might not watch it or anything like that, but what Eric talks about is when you send out an op call, this is something that I've just started doing as well. So when I send out a call or when I send out anything to do with like the business, I will follow up and say with them like, hey, when can you watch it? What was the script? It was like, when can you watch it? I have a quick video that has a lot of info in it. If I send it to you, will you watch it? And then you ask, and they're like, yeah, okay. And and let me know what you think. Like, can you watch it and let me know what you think? And then you ask them, okay, when would you be able to watch it by? And I know this feels really uncomfortable. Like, I actually did it and I was like, oh, I don't want to like pressure them. But it was actually so easy because someone was like, oh, I think I'll be able to watch it by Monday. And I'm like, okay, cool. So if I check in with you on Monday, you can ask me some questions and like, you'll have watched the video, right? And they're like, yeah, cool. So you want to get a follow-up date. Say if you're sending out an opportunity call or anything like that, you want a follow-up date, because also it builds trust in you as well as a leader, because people then go, oh, well, she does what she says she does, and she follows up and she does all this stuff. So make sure that when you're sending out op calls, you want to be getting a follow-up with them. Now, another thing that I want you guys to do as well, which I think is going to be really powerful. Now, this is something I've just gone and purchased. I used my Perfect 10 voucher. So I got a $1,400 voucher just for hitting Perfect 10, which is amazing. I've gone and used $700 of that to buy Rejuvenique oil, and I am going to send out Rejuvenique oils to people to do hair masks. We need to get these products in as many people's hands as possible. And so Eric was like, what's your best, what's the best thing that you guys have? And people are like, oh, replenish mask or this or that. The oil gets people in straight away. It is our best-selling product. It literally, we know how good it sells. So even if you have one bottle, I encourage you guys to send it to people, give it to people, and then get them to either pass it on to someone that they know or give it back to you. Or if you're sending it, so this is something that I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a whole lot of return post bags, and I'm going to say, send it to Melbourne or whatever. Try it for a week. Do two oil treatments. Tell me what you think, and then send it back to me. You want to get people touching the product, feeling the product, that sort of thing, because even if they don't buy straight away, they know what, it's that little seed planted. And the way that I think of it is, say if you have a box of matches, right? And and this can be applied to so many different things. Say if you've got a box of matches and you're lighting a match and you're throwing it around the house, and it kind of burns off and it kind of fizzles out, and you're just constantly sparking off a match and sparking off a match and sparking off a match. The more matches that you throw out into that house, some of them are going to fizzle, some of them are going to die, but some of them are going to catch. And then eventually you're going to have a freaking house fire, but you need to throw the matches out, right? So you could think about little freaking Rejuvenique oil bottles being flicked out everywhere. And it's you might send 10 of them out. You might send them out 10 times and 2 of those people buy it. But yes, it sounds like a bit of effort, but this is how people used to do network marketing, literally. People used to go to people's houses and show them and have we get so caught up in our heads about events. That was the only way for people to do network marketing once upon a time. If that means that you're sending out a replenished mask and a Rejuvenique oil bottle and you've only got one, just send one. Invest back into your business and buy 1 bottle of Rejuvenique oil, send it to someone and say, hey, I love these products. I want you to try them for a week, send it back to me, tell me what you think, that sort of thing. Because we know for a fact that when people try our products, they absolutely love them. So we know that it works. We just need to get them in people's hands. So I challenge you guys for this month. Let's see how many people you can send out, either a sample or a Rejuvenique or whatever it is. If you guys can send them to 10 people by the end of this month, I'll give you a prize. I don't know what the prize is yet, but I'll give you something. So 10 people to send it out to, send out anything. And you can find what I was thinking is just put a little note in there. Put a little note and be like, hey, this is how you use it. Or you can print out I don't know, some testimonies. I've got to find, actually, that's something that I wanted to do, find some testimonies on it, or send out a little, we've got some images in the boards of how to use it, but also in the Rejuvenique oil bottle thing, it's got a little pamphlet of how to use it as well. So a little handwritten note, a little something like that. It's going to help people be like, oh, this is really nice. I want to try and do this. And it's use it on your skin, use it on your hair, tell them how many droppers to use, that sort of thing. So if you think about all the little fires that you could spark with your samples and Rejuvenique oil, those people are going to turn into other people. Another really good thing to do is arts and crafts, babe. Yeah. Another good thing to do is this is like, what's it called? It's called like it's like a long parcel or something. So what you do is you put it in a bag and you put a few other bags in there, and then you say to someone, hey, I'm going to send this to you. After a week, can you please send it to this address? So they put everything in the thing and they send it, and it goes on like this little spree around Australia, like a Rejuvenate oil spree, and people try it. Chain mail, yeah, like it. That's what it is. So that's something that I'm going to try with something with it as well. And I'm just going to put up a poll and be like, hey, who wants an oil treatment? Or if I know people in my like VIPs or potential VIP list that are like, oh, I really want to try, but I don't have the money, I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to send this to you, do an oil treatment, let me know what you think, and send it back to me. So that's a challenge for you guys. If any of you can do 10 by the end of the month and you've sent out 10 of them, I'll give you $50 or something like that. Or maybe more. I don't know. I'm such a generous person, so maybe I'll make it like 100. Okay, so also wash parties. This is something that I also really want to focus on. I'm going to wrap this up in like 5 minutes because I'm just going to try and be like boom, 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 which I'm bad at. Wash parties. This is something that if we are trying to hit MMB and we're trying to, do ranks, and I'm speaking to myself here too, because events are actually the thing that scare me the most. I'm great online. I can show up online every day. I can be crying all day and I'll still show up. Get me in a room where I have to organize things and make an event, I like choke up. I'm like, I like break out in hives. I hate doing it. But I know that I have to do the things that I don't want to do because it's the only place to grow, And when you think about events, if you can get your girls to do events as well. So say if you're like, for me, I don't want to do events, but I'm going to do one this month. I want to come up with a little bit of a roster and see for the next 8 weeks and put down like a event roster and see who will hold an event. It can be a coffee. It can be like, come over for coffee and chats and a hair wash. It can be whatever you want to make it. I did like bagels and croissants and juices and coffee and all that sort of thing. You don't have to spend a lot of money. It can be literally a few people. Get your market partners in, ask your friends to come, even if they don't buy the product from you, just say like, hey, I'm having a wash party. Can you come over and can I wash your hair? You can get content. You can chat to people about it. You can make it like a community thing. You can make it anything that you want. Sarah, I feel like you're going to be like amazing at these because you're just like, she loves washing people's hair in general because she's a hairdresser, but she loves like networking. But it's a really great place to exercise like your confidence. It's a really great place to learn. If you're like, I want to do the event and I'll be fine to wash people's hair, but I don't like talking about the product, I will try and come to as many of your events as possible. If you guys have one on a weekend and we would do like an 8-week roster, if you guys hold one, I will do my absolute best to try and come. And then you guys can wash the hair and I can talk about the products, or vice versa. That's where like team really comes into play. Like I had one wash party and I had for 5 market partners there. Not one new person rocked up at all. But face to face is my weakness, but I'll try. You came to my one, so that's like, it's my weakness as well. Like I genuinely am not good at face to face stuff, but all we need to do is just get people there. For example, Ivy, she did her first wash party when she was running for and she was like, I have to do it. These are the things that I hate. Like, you've got to absolutely just do the things that make you uncomfortable. But she did. No, not one new person rocked up, but her market partner's market partner, so it was like her third line down, ended up being her MMB, one of her MMB legs for So you just never know, even if it's no one new, you just never know who would need this. You never know who might need the community and just be like, I want to come over for a coffee and hang out with some chicks. And then they see the community and then they just go like, oh, this is amazing. Like, I want to be a part of this. And then they see the vision and then they end up running. Like, one thing I've learned in this business is you can never judge who needs this business, and you can never judge who's going to be like, you know, your next You just never know, because you never know how badly people need this business. And that's why we share the vision. That's why we share what we can actually achieve in this business, because how do they know? How do people know what they can achieve if we're not sharing it with them? If we're not sharing what, you know, Ivy is doing and what other people are doing and who have their cars. Like, we have, I think, like 12 or 13 car ranking women in Australia at the moment. They're driving their Range Rovers. They don't have big followings. They're no one special. We need to show these people that this is what's possible, because you just never know who actually might go, oh my gosh, I want that. Like, I have a fire in my belly. I actually need that. The car rank real quick. Yes. So the car rank is, you need to hit then you maintain for 6 months. In the US, it's 4 months, but in Australia, it's like they make you maintain for 6 months, so that you know that you've got like a really good, like, strong foundation and a strong business. And then once you've hit the 6 months, they give you a payment every single month for any Range Rover or Jaguar that you want. So they give you anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000. I'm actually going to tell you, because it's good for my brain to see this as well. And they pay you on top of everything else that you get. They pay you for a car. Now, that payment, they give you a 1 month grace period. I think if you don't maintain most people like rank up really quickly, but say you're like going for and then you have your car and then you fall back for 1 month, they give you that grace period, but then you have to be back at The only thing that they do is they stop giving you your payment. So you have to then make your payments. It's all in your name and everything like that. They just send you the payment as like an extra. So the bonus is, when you're you get 1,050. And then if you're SED, it's 2,100. So it's anywhere in between those every single month for a car payment. Now, some girls go and get like the lowest range of, like, you know, a range. It has to be 5 years. It can't be older than 5 years as well, the Range Rover or the Jaguar. So yeah, that's pretty much the rank. But if you need any other questions, let me know. Okay, anyway, every person that does an event, I will also give you some free products. So we're gonna do an 8-week event challenge, I guess. And I want people to be like, yeah, I'll do it. We'll do a Friday at 2 p.m, like whatever it is. First wash party at mine. Yes, I love that. I was like, I've got my kids this week, so I'm like, oh, maybe I should like do it this week. I don't know, but we can start it from next week, unless anyone's like super keen and wants to do one, like, you know, a little coffee on a Saturday or Sunday. Also, if you guys are like, I can't bring people into my house, I will open up my house for you. Like, you guys can come do it at my place. I do not mind. I don't have like a proper basin or anything, but I have enough. I've done it before. I have enough room on my bench to put people's head back in their sink. So we can do that. So I'll give you guys free product for that. And then we're going to do the 10 post out challenge as well. So I'll put it all in the chat, and then I'll start a little chat for the people who are going to do events as well, so we can back and forth on Sunday with River. Ooh, maybe we could do a little party. Let's talk about it tomorrow, and maybe we can do up a little thing. And honestly, even if like 1 or 2 people come, like it's for us as well. It's for practice and things like that. But it's also, you know, you just never know who you could reach. You could just invite a friend and be like, hey, please let me wash your hair. And they might be like, I kind of like the vibe here. So like, yeah, sign me up. You never know. So, okay, I'm going to wrap this up, because I will keep talking, and I wanted to just quickly jump on. Wait, I did have events. Oh no, that was it. That was all of it. Okay. So if you guys need anything, I am available on Wednesday and Friday for like 15-minute interval calls to either rank map with you, set up an event, like whatever you guys need. If you guys want to work through like some blockages, I love doing that sort of stuff. So just message me and I really, really would love to help you do that. I did say I would do that last month and I only got to like 2 girls, but I'm going to really set aside some time to pour into you girls because I really, really, really want you guys to succeed this month. I want you guys to just absolutely go for it because our team is like getting a lot of attention, which is really nice because it tells me that like you girls are on absolute fire. Like I can't do this on my own. I'm literally last month, I signed up like 4 people, which is a shame. Like I'm ashamed of myself, but because I'm so used to signing up so many people. But honestly, I could not do this without every one of you. You guys are like holding this team, and it's just, yeah, it's really amazing to watch it flourish. And for people like Ivy to be like, your team is amazing. Like your team is on fire. And I'm like I'm not doing anything. It's them. So anyway, I am going to love you and leave you guys and reach out to me if you need anything, book in time with me, and I'll put all that stuff in the chat and we can, organize it all together. Okay. Bye, my loves. Bye.